Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to cover a few tips which you can follow to improve your technical writing skills and build wider audience to improve the reach of your articles as well. So the first tip that I want to cover is to make sure that you actively engage with your audience and get active feedback. The reason for this is we keep on writing articles and we sometimes find that they are not reaching the level of let's just say the reach or the audience or the numbers that you are actually targeting for. The reason for this is because you are not taking active feedback from the community and helping to understand how you can improve yourself better. So the first step is to get active feedback, engage with your audiences and make sure that you have active following of readers who are able to tell you, okay, this is right, this is wrong, and this is where you can improve and get things done in a little bit better manner than previous one. The next thing is to integrate storytelling as far as possible in your technical articles. Even if you are writing technical articles, if you are engaging with your audience in form of story, like you, let's just say you cover some interesting tidbit which happened in your personal life or professional life, by which you come across the article idea or come across the concept which you are trying to explain into the article, even that should be sufficient to make sure that your readers are able to engage and connect with you and able to understand where you are coming from, why are you explaining this topic and why you want to explain it to others. Or let's just say if you like build some particular characters and you deep dive into the technical concepts by having a conversation between two characters, like they are explaining those concepts to each other, when in that case that is a little bit meaningful and you are able to explain the concepts really well to the audience as well. The third tip is to make sure to have a visual elements in your article, like you can create diagrams, you can create concepts, you can create, let's just say, cartoon characters with conversations having each other, or you can have some simple demos of how you are actually building something, or have a visual way in which you are coming across that, okay, this is how the concept can be explained in a simple manner. The next tip is to make sure that you are using metaphors and keeping the language as simple as possible. If you keep the article with complex jargons, then it might happen that beginners or even experts in the field might not be able to get it if the language is too complex. So make sure to not use complex jargons in your articles and make sure to keep the language as simple as possible. If you are using some short forms, make sure that you write the full form of the short form at least once. For example, you might be aware of what API is, but not everyone is able to get what an API is. So make sure that you at least write the full form once and then you start into the actual code. Even one stack is something which we all know, but just having a full form once and then continuing with the actual what one stack is, then in that way people are able to connect with the audiences, or your target audience is able to connect with you in a better manner. The next part of the tips is to make sure that you keep the flow of the article concise and make sure to have a storyboard. Like you create a storyboard before you writing your article and you at least jot down the overall flow of the article first, and you are able to understand, okay, this is how the flow of the article will be and this is what I am going to cover. This will help you make sure that when you actually start writing the article, you are able to jump over those concepts and make sure that you are able to understand them better. In the age of AI, make sure to get help of ChatGPT or Bard or any other tools and make sure to come up with some interesting facts or some unknown concepts which are not like known to other readers, and in that way you are able to keep the article depth or the article uh, reach a little bit better. With interesting facts, people don't usually get bored and they at least try to read the article towards the end. So in that way you will be able to get a better viewership. The next thing is to make sure that you are keeping the article in depth but making sure that it is able to connect with wider number of audiences. The way to do that is going to deep dive, not just at the beginning but at the end. Keep the introduction broad and make sure that you are able to engage with your audiences, then go into deep dive and then make sure that you are able to keep it technically as accurate as possible. The next thing is to make sure that the article is as grammatically correct as possible. Don't make unnecessary grammatical mistakes or pronunciations or any other mistakes. Make sure that you use extensions like Grammarly, which will able to catch the grammar mistakes or any word mistakes, and your article is error free. The next thing is to make sure that you are able to use an active voice in the article as far as possible. Passive voice is usually not recommended, and you are able to engage with your audience in a better manner in active voice. The next thing is to make sure that your audiences are engaged in your article by in form of, let's just say, quizzes, questionnaire, or you are at least asking some questions to audiences so that the audience may leave some answers in the comments. And let's just say you can also have a quiz like a thing in which you can pass on some questions and some options, and you are asking the audience, okay, guess the answer of this based on what you have read till now, and in that way you will be able to engage with the audience better. So these are the few tips which you can follow to have a active audience and are able to improve your technical article skills. The next thing is to market the article as far as possible. Make sure to share it on social media, but not just the links but the description of the article and also a little bit of a story. For example, if you are sharing the article on, let's just say, LinkedIn or Twitter, make sure to have an attractive hook, like a hook is basically the beginning, the first 10 words of the social post. Make sure that it is as engaging as possible and it is as uh, attention grabbing as possible, so that people expand the post and see, okay, what this post is about, and then go to your article and read it. So make sure to have that engaging hook, and then write the social media article even in the form of a story if possible, so that people are able to engage with it in a better manner. The last but not the least, it is important to stay consistent. Like, you might write 10-15 articles and just give up because the audience is not there or the reach is not there, but the only thing that can keep your target audience engaged is to keep it as consistent as possible. People tend to follow the writers who are able to consistently output high quality articles, and they are engaging with the audiences and providing high quality information to the articles, to the audiences on a daily basis. So make sure to be consistent as far as possible. I have been writing articles from, let's just say, 2016, and it's been 7 years journey. Few of the articles performed really well, few of the articles did not perform at all, but the thing that keeps me going is that I like technical writing and I like explaining things to people. So make sure to be consistent and keep writing articles and keep making content, so that you are able to better have the numbers and eventually create a better audience, and you are able to become a better reader and eventually get, let's just say, paid writing opportunities which will keep you motivated to write more. So that is one more thing. Like, if you are like not getting motivated and if you want to do this for paid opportunities, then make sure to check out the company websites, and there are a lot of companies which actually pay you for writing technical articles. Do make sure to check them out and see how much amount they are paying and what all topics they want to cover for that. And you can go to the paid writing section as well, and you can get into paid writing if you want, and in that way you can earn a lot as well. So those were the few tips which I wanted to cover today for article writing process, and that's it from mine for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.